No, ad was inappropriate. Yeah. Can I remove this somehow? It's so okay. You get a sexy lady, boys. I don't know if we can get rid of these ads, unfortunately. Wait, can I zoom in? Oh! I never want to hear again, but I'm a boomer. I'm a fucking hacker. Did you see that? No, is that an ad now? Hey, ad free. Okay, so what would the real tier list look like? La da da dee 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 dee. Okay. Brian is very strong. I'm gonna put him in S now, but he might be subject to change. Let's see. Kazuya in B seemed appropriate. Paul in A seems appropriate. Asuka not so hot. Where is she going to end up? I don't know enough, but she did get significant nerfs. Sidestep 2 is now minus 13. That's pretty monumental. And down back 1-2 was nerfed. I wonder if it warrants a Devo. Steve is going to be A. Lee, I'm going to put in B. Leo is going to be strong. Dragonov, I see no fucking reason to put high. But yeah, let's say he has a hatchet now. And he does have a new mid heat engager as well. Is it Core Circle Ford 4? I think that's plus on block, I guess. But too much is unknown. But let's say he's a bit buff due to that. Yeah. Xiaoyu is probably here. She has really dumb shit. And she was solid in 7. She's gonna be here. Nina is going to be up here. Alyssa, no clue. I have no clue. I'm not even gonna place her. I have no clue. Victor, no clue. Sacré bleu, no clue. Baguette. Baguette dans mon cul. Zafina. No clue. Nerfed backdash. I have no clue. She's probably gonna end up in A. I wouldn't be surprised. D is above C. Okay, put her in C. I don't think she's the worst. She's in C. Shaheen is probably gonna be A. June is busted. Kuma is probably a B. As an electric and heat. As a demon breath. Feng Wei is probably S. He looks insanely strong. His heat is insane. He still has arguably broken neutral. Range 0 poking is still God mode. His combos are super good. His back 3 is legit broken. Bad attack. But Tio, yeah, it's so strong. Back 4 got nerfed. Yeah, but it's still really good. Paul is not S tier. Nah, I can't put him in S tier. I think his mid poking is not very good. It's not like his highs are super. His jab is weak. Still doesn't have a 10 frame, right? No, I can't put him at S. No. But I mean, A is very strong. A is very strong. Put D under... Well, what do you mean, put D under C? Don't make fun of the elderly. You're not a bigot, are you? You're not an ageist. I got confused, okay? Shut the fuck up. Lars... Wait, Lars... Lars, I hear, is super good, so I'm just gonna trust you guys and put him in A. Honestly, ban anyone being disrespectful, saying I have to swap them. That's very rude and offensive. Leroy is Garbo, I think. I don't know if he goes into Devo. Maybe we'll put him in C, because he's still gonna overwhelm people with his pressure. And again, heat chip damage with the machine gun punches seems very damaging. So there might be more to him than we've seen. Lily is going to be A. She seems really good. Hwoarang, A. Very strong. Claudio, A. Jack, S tier. Jack is an absolute monster. He's already super solid in 7, but he does twice the damage in this game from any launcher. Twice the fucking damage. And then you also give him unbelievably oppressive stance pressure and one of the most disgusting 50-50s in heat. Yeah, I don't see where exactly is Jack suffering in Tekken 8. He just seems insanely strong. Insanely strong. Raven, I'm not gonna place him, I have no clue. Reina, I'm gonna put her in A from everything I've seen so far, but again, like, this character might go all over the place until we know more. Devil Jin seems oh god. My COVID seems certainly stronger than he is in 7. But this is difficult because in 7, he is dog shit. Dog shit. Absolute dog shit. Like, he's very all-around. The most all-round Mishima. And has a strong jab. But he's fundamentally broken in the sense that he does no damage. And his wall combo does no damage. And he has no power mids. So even if he is all round, the weakness is so unbelievably big that the character doesn't work. He just fundamentally doesn't work. So what have they done? They've rectified it in giving you much more flexible and much more stronger combos. You now have multiple damaging wall combo options, and it's in that it's easy now to do an unscaled Thunder God Fist at the wall. That floor breaks still. You can also do the new chain attack, back forward 1+2 into fly in. That's now a legit wall combo. There are more options. Up forward 4 is now a heat engager, which is a very, very big buff. Demon Paw also a heat engager. That new shackle attack is very strong. Completely changes his neutral in that he can threaten you from 10 meters away with a +11 on block high. That's something. A Morning Crow is a powerful stance with, he flies in with a mid, for example, that's +9 on block, knocks down for guaranteed back 4. It's very strong. Hell Sweep does more damage. It does like 50-ish now when you do the new optimal route. You can do a Hell Sweep that doesn't knock down. 38 damage. True damage. No recoverable health. Opponent recovers at -4 crouching. Very, very good. But at the same time, down forward 1-2 is nerfed. Down forward 2 is nerfed. Down back 2 is nerfed. No counter hit utility. But it's hard to say with this character, considering so much has changed. But I don't think he's dog shit anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually ends up here. But that's the way I see it right now. I just need more time with the character. And I just put Kazuya in B tier, just like Sephi did. And I guess this is a character a lot of people want me to talk about. I feel so fed up with talking about Kazuya because I feel like every single day someone asks me about him and I talk about him. I've also made multiple videos talking about him. But I do find it fascinating how much I feel he changes with, the more time. I've labbed the character so much now due to the demo. If it wasn't for the demo forcing me to play Kazuya, Paul, and Jin, I would not have spent this much time with Kazuya due to how disappointed I used to be with him. That has changed a little bit the more I learn about him. So that's a good thing to say about Tekken 8 is that they took a gamble, they took a chance. They really changed this character and many other characters to the point of where it's going to take a lot of time to figure them out. And I like that. But there is also this reality to Kazuya now that if you want to, you can play him in a super brain-dead way that was never available to you in any other Tekken game. You can still play him in Tekken 8 as a very fresh, new, creative, and interesting character with nuance. But they also gave you the, are you going to do a Demon Paw or down 1+2? And it's super brain dead and super effective. So both of those are real at the same time. So now he truly, to me, is coin flip the character, because there's a side of him I really dislike. And then there's a side to Tekken 8 Kazuya where I'm like, damn, that's interesting. That's cool. So yeah, I don't know with this character. It's very interesting, but he is growing on me. Like, he has a lot of stuff that's very strong. Yeah, Demon Paw does much more to his neutral than he ever should have, in my opinion. So Demon Paw is super strong. Down 1+2 is downright a broken move. That low. Did they have any business making that 23 frame startup when it used to be 25? So now unseeable for pretty much every player out there. Counter hit launching low, and he can still bound in the combo. And it's -14 on block. And it hits grounded. It hits grounded. And if it hits grounded, it 360s the opponent. It's like, sure, it doesn't track, but for all intents and purposes, that's a broken low. And then, of course, the new tech I found, the Masku tech, forward 4 into Devil Steel Pedal, is insanely strong. Insanely strong. Most people eat that, and it takes up your combo damage, you know, significantly. And, you know, it ends with forward 4 Vortex. So you almost end the round sometimes when you get the next mix-up. Super strong. And even if they block it, you're safe. If you anticipate them standing up into block, which is the only thing they can do, you can do down 1+2. Which still hits grounded should they stay on the ground, and flips them. And still, you know, does a chunk of damage. And also counter it launches get-up kicks. And, you know, and does a chunk. And if they block that, they'll never do it. But if they block it, you're still -14 only. It's so stupid. But yeah, the way it looks right now, I think there is an argument for Kazuya being an A. Like, there are so many system changes, specifically Oki, that favor him. And then removing all of you gotta remember, his biggest enemy in Tekken 7 were Magic 4 and back ones. His biggest nemesis, that attack archetype, and all of that shit was nerfed. And Electric still stands at 13 frame launcher that chips on block. Big sidesteps into the best launcher in the game, you know. So I think there is a case for this, actually. But it remains to be seen, because at the end of the day, Demon Paw technically is still steppable, but you need a perfect read to do it. Hell Sweep, recoverable health, that's a system change that doesn't work in his favor. Yeah, it's hard to tell. His poking is still really weak. So in that sense, he's still himself. You know, the poking is weak. But there is a case for this with the new tech, I feel. I think it's that strong. And the Demon Paw down 1+2. It's just straight up bullshit, I think. But for now, I'm gonna put him here. But should Lee be next? Should Kazuya really be next to these guys? That doesn't make sense, I think. So, you know what? I'll put him here. Yeah, I don't like the look of this. But maybe I'll live to regret this. But, you know, it's very early. Yoshimitsu has changed significantly. I have no clue. I have no clue. Law, Sephi puts him in S, but I'm like, yeah, Slide gives a guaranteed nunchuck. That's a buff. No execution anymore, so everyone can do the big boy stuff. But the thing is, even if you were a big boy in Tekken 7, we all sort of agreed he wasn't S, he was A tier. And when you're a big boy playing Tekken 8, what exactly has been buffed for you? You already did the perfect ESS every time. Yeah, you get more damage from slide, but your Magic 4 is a shadow of its former self. It's 13 frames now. It's not 11. It's 13 frame startup now. And unsafe. And your panic buttons were nerfed. The kick into flip that used to launch. Granted, we're minus 13 now. We're not minus 15. But that's still a nerf. And then 3-4 doesn't launch anymore. 3-4 doesn't launch anymore. But he's gonna be solid. Oh, Panda, I'll put you here. Oh, Azucena. Azucena has a lot of disgusting stuff. Very strong 10-frame Punisher. Strong jab into 10-frame. Wall splat, like 30 damage. Really good poking. Disgusting stance mix-ups. One of the best while running attacks in the game. What is it? While running 3-2?
TEKKEN.
Great combos. And you saw Arslan playing her, but again, that's a demonstration of the best player in the world playing a new character. I think Arslan could have picked any character and won. Well, not any character, but, you know, pretty much. So, Azucena... there is a player who's done a very detailed breakdown of this character. Like, he knows all the ins and outs of Azucena. Very strong player. I think he would put her in A. So yeah, I don't know that much about Azucena, but everything points to her being a stronger than average character. But I mean, the average seems to be being pretty fucking solid in this game, right? So now okay, everyone's pretty solid, and now I just need to see, are these the characters that pop off the hardest in this game? Leo... Is Leo S? What are the drawbacks to Leo in Tekken 8 compared to 7? Is Leo still God mode? Probably S. But you know, I need to know more, so I'll put him here for now. But yeah, just beyond God mode, God mode, busted. The thing is, Brian is the hardest character to pilot out of these. But I think he's going to be S tier if you're good enough. He just has... I don't know, does he have the best combos? For some reason, he's still allowed back free into sneak or whatever, 2-1, Predator step. That Tekken 7 style combo ender, he's still allowed to have it. His combos do unbelievable damage and wall travel. And taunt at the wall is still a thing. Taunt back 4, 3-4, hatchet, down for 2 free, orbital. Corsical back 1 is a super strong attack. The Snake Eye stuff is super damaging. He has a fucking Ram style guard break at the wall. It's like, his wall pressure is probably going to be the best in the game. Most likely. Yeah, Feng Wei looks super strong. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm super happy with my tier list. This is my tier list before the game has dropped. So the most productive tier list that says the most about the game.